What's going on, guys? It's Hi, and the office wall behind me has been pretty bare. I've been contemplating what to hang on them for a while and ultimately decided on some floating shelves. I was originally just going to buy the shelves, but for the price of the shelves and the size that I was going for, some of the costs that I saw was just ridiculous. So for this video, I want to share with you how I went about making my own shelves for a very affordable price. First, let's start with the wood. I wanted 3 shelves, 4 feet long by 8 inches wide. From experience, I knew that construction lumber would probably be the cheapest option, so I just went to my local Lowe's. Here, the cheapest option was some 2-inch by 8-inch by 8-foot hemlock for $12.53. This is cheap, but was my second choice. I was originally going for this 2-inch by 8-inch by 8-foot Douglas fir, which cuts the price more than in half at $4.98 a board. I would need 2 8-foot boards, and that would give me 4 4-foot shelves. With hemlock, that would equate to about $3.13 a shelf, but had my Lowe's had the Douglas fir in stock, the shelves would have only cost me about $1.25 a shelf, making it very affordable. Now, I'm no professional woodworker, I just know enough to get things done for my own personal project, and for this project, I experimented with some stuff that I've never used before, so I don't want to give any outright recommendations. I'm just going to show you what I did and give some thoughts based on my experience in making these shelves. Again, I wanted 3 4-foot shelves, but I had 2 8-foot boards, so I pretty much just ripped them down with the miter saw, making 4 4-foot shelves. For this project, I decided to make black shelves because that would best match the color scheme of the room. There's a variety of ways to make wood black, but I ultimately decided to try Minwax True Black Oil Stain, something that I've never used before. In preparation for the stain, I sanded the boards first with 150 grit sandpaper, then 220 grit. This is to get a smoother, more presentable finish on the final product, and also to help the stain soak into the wood better. But I did purposely pick lumber that had more character and imperfections, as I was going for a farmhouse aesthetic, so I didn't try too hard to get a perfect finish with the sandpaper. Once I was happy with the sanding, I moved on to the staining process. To start, I applied a coat of pre-stain. This product helps to distribute the stain more evenly so less blotching occurs with the stain. I have had blotching problems with hemlock in the past, so pre-stain is something that I personally now use. The pre-stain itself is very quick and easy to apply. I just use a foam brush to spread it around. The directions say to let it sit for 5 to 15 minutes, then apply your stain within 2 hours after. Moving on to the actual staining process, again I use Minwax True Black oil-based stain. I've been looking for a way to ebonize wood, and now that I've tried this product, I would say that it's a very viable option. I don't know if you can tell, but it comes out jet black like you're dumping ink on the wood. It may look like too much at first, but it does thin out a bit when dried, and you can still see the figures in the wood. This is my first time trying this product, and I would recommend to not apply a heavy application like I did, because it does spread quite well, and if you go heavy, this stuff takes a while to dry. It didn't help that I was doing all this in a cold garage during winter, so it took a day to dry between coats. I did 2 coats to achieve the look that I wanted, so that was 2 days of just waiting. Then we move on to applying a finish. I used Minwax polyurethane, and the same as before, I just spread it on with a foam brush. Once everything is dried, we can move on to mounting the shelves up. Now, there's really not much to this step, as it really depends on your application and how you want to mount them. I went with these shelves that I found on Amazon, which are linked in the description below, and they work just fine, but if you go with the same brackets, I would recommend for you to find your own hardware, because the ones that came with the brackets are just complete trash. The head stripped so easily, and I had 3 screws that just snapped in half. There are 2 screws that are broken in my wall where I hit a stud, and 1 that's lodged at the bottom of a shelf. This shearing happened even with a pilot hole, so I would definitely recommend buying your own hardware if possible. And that's about it, some potentially very cheap DIY floating shelves. Depending on the materials that you already have, this project can potentially be very cheap. I mean like less than $10 if you have the know-how. I bought my brackets because I wanted this particular look, but if you know how to make your own brackets, it can really bring the price down, but at the end of the day, it just depends on what you're going for. Then to spice things up, you can also add LED lighting or whatever else to make the shelves really stand out. I'm still working through decorating these shelves and what I'm actually going to be using them for, so this isn't finalized. But I hope this video has helped you out or you've enjoyed it, and if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you can give the video a thumbs up, share it around, comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content, and if you want to further support my work, consider hitting the join button down below to become a member of this channel or becoming a patron on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.